little review of NECA's 1994 Godzilla figure. Now, before I start this, directly, I just want to make it clear that I sort of glued the head on because I didn't know how to put it on. And the glue ended up going into the jaw hinge, so it's kind of a bummer. So anyways, let's talk about Paint. Paint, you see his fiery red eyes, his mouth. I'm actually going to grab the reactor glow Godzilla, kind of substituting in for the paint, kind of. Just ignore the green. See, this is what the mouth would have looked like. See all the double rows of teeth there. And the tongue is very thin, I will say that. And the spines are just white to gray to black, then to the body. And I like how they're rubberized. It's really cool, actually. The nails are colored blue. Same with the toes. And that's literally it for paint, aside from a charcoal grayish green, which it doesn't appear on the camera, but it should appear if you ever get this figure, or a Burning Godzilla, or Reactor Glow Loot Crate exclusive Godzilla. So that's it for paint. Sculpt, basically if you have not seen it, I don't know where you've been if you haven't seen it, because by now there's a bit of people that don't know what the 94 sculpt looks like. And many people have been complaining about the head shape. Excuse me. So, what is the complaints about the head? Well, it's too long, but I disagree. I don't think it's that long if you guys think about it. I mean, just look at the head sculpts. Sure, they're the exact same, but I don't really see a difference. Okay. And without comparing it to the SH Monster Arts version of this figure, 1994's head sculpt looks amazing. Let's just say that. And the body, I love the proportions. If you want, you can have his legs kind of spread out, get ready to battle, twist them in, have them just like this. Or if you want, you can have them break dancing. I don't know. Maybe even do the splits. I don't know. Pretty much the possibilities with the legs are endless. And the tail here, it's not really long per se, but bringing in another NECA figure tail, another NECA figure tail, NECA 2014's tail. Wait, I just need here. See, it's not that longer, but if anything, I'd say that the sculpt on this figure is A-okay in my book. And now for articulation, which instead of the head joints, because they're glued in the jaw, this guy will be doing it. So yeah, head's on a ball joint, up, down, side, side. Jaw will open about that far. Goes in about that far. The neck is on a rotation and go all the way around. A little bit of rocker movement, and yes, I know it's a sleeve kind of thing, because when the head popped off, I also took off the neck piece for some reason, and I decided to leave the neck piece off and the head on, and it looks extremely weird, so yeah. So, that's one thing. So the arms go up about that far, down about that far, rotate all the way around. Ball joint movement here, so we can get a really nice bunch of movement. Ball joint and hinge combo here at the elbow, and yes, because you can kind of get a bit of pivot and swivel out of it. And here's the hinge right there. Do you guys see it on the tip of my thumb? So that way you can bend it. Hand spins all the way around. And finger motion. Like, why have changeable hands for monster art figures when you can go from an open to a closed hand? Some people kind of wish the thumb was articulated, because now it's just looking like it's weird. Like, I don't think it looks weird. Oh, and something to point out, you can sort of see the green on the arm there. Waist has an incredible amount of articulation. It's on a double ball joint, and yes, I have proof with this. If you guys haven't seen my this review, it'll be in the link in the description. Here's proof that it's on a double ball joint. That's one ball joint, making it rock up and down, and another one that makes it slide. And it's not hinged, because, so that's proof, because this guy's joint is a bit tighter, but oddly enough, the legs on this guy are just straight out loose, kind of. Still a pain to get it all the way around, but I don't see why you would want it to. Legs, back about that far. Forward's about that far. And once again, on the same kind of joint that the elbow's on. Foot on a ball joint, so you can go side to side, up and down. And for the rest of the tail, you have one that's kind of glued, 2, 3, 4 ball joint, so you can go up, down, side, side, a whole bunch of motion. And mine kind of stays, but that's only on a table or something. And right here is a bendy wire. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this guy's tail pops off real easy. Well, this guy is, this guy's a bit more stiff because I just got him like not even a week ago, I believe. And this guy's tail's on a bendy wire, so you can twist it. And a bummer note, yeah, this guy has been the Godzilla figure I played around with the most. Right there is actually a bendy wire that's broken. Yeah, see that? That's the wire. So, just a little warning. So, for sizing, here he is with the reactor T.O.S.G. They're about the same height because they're the same exact sculpt. And you saw how big he was compared to the NECA 2014. So here he is also with a Bandai Godzilla. Lights and sounds. And that's literally it. So, what's the final verdict on this figure? Well, I think it's pretty fantastic. I do recommend you guys buy it if you don't have the SH Monster Arts version. But if you have the SH Monster Arts version, do not buy it. Here's why. The articulation may have more, but it's just so tight. You know what? Never mind. It's all down to personal preference, so see y'all later.